Alrighty guys, welcome to our college basketball free pick video here today for Monday, January 16th, 2023. Once again, happy MLK Day to you. My name is Brock Page. I've been doing sports picks for free on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. If you want to access every one of my personal plays every single day for the next 30 days, you may want to think about becoming a board member on my website. Board members get access to every single personal play, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. The math actually works out to be just $1.66 a day if you sign up here today. Now you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do on my website and what I do here on YouTube. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is actually share with you which one of these free picks on these videos that I actually have my personal action on. I currently have over 520 members who are signed up and active on that site right now. With that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We got Georgetown at Villanova, 12 o'clock Eastern start time. Nova's -14, totals 142. But as bad as Georgetown's been, well, Nova really they haven't been playing good enough basketball to lay this massive number. The Wildcats are on a 3-game losing streak, and they lost 5 out of their last 6 ball games. When it comes to rebounding the basketball, Nova's one of the worst offensive rebounding teams in the Big East. They're facing a Georgetown squad who scores nearly 72 points a night, and they're actually one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the game. Primo Spears grabs nearly 6 rebounds per contest. He's also leading the team in scoring. Meanwhile, Brandon Murray scores 15 points a game himself, and he also drills nearly 40% of his three-pointers. Now, keep an eye on Murray. He is currently battling a shoulder injury. I think he's going to play, but he's probably going to play through some pain here. Now, total-wise, the Hoyas saw overs in 6 out of their last 10. Meanwhile, Villanova saw overs recently against the likes of Butler, Xavier, and UConn. I'm going to lean toward Georgetown +14. Over 142. Next contest, it is going to be Purdue at Michigan State, 2:30 p.m. East. Purdue's the 4-point favorite away from home, totals 133.5. Now, Purdue's led by massive 7'4" junior Zach Edey. Zach leads the NCAA in rebounding with 13.2 boards per contest. He's also averaging over 21 points a game. Now, Braden Smith, he's drilling 44% of his three-pointers himself. When it comes to defensive play, not many teams are scoring points against the Boilermakers. Purdue's allowing just 61 points a game. They currently lead the country in defensive rebounding. And of course, when you have a 7'4" guy on the court, you're going to lead a lot of rebounding statistics. Now, they're facing a Michigan State team who's had all kinds of issues offensively recently. Sparty scored 68 points or less in 8 out of their last 10 outings. They also failed to cover against the likes of Illinois, Oakland, and Northwestern. Now, injury-wise, Malik Hall is still questionable for the Spartans. He scores just about double-digit points a game. When it comes to the total, I really do think Michigan State's going to have a tough time scoring. They also went 60% to the under in their last 10. Now, Purdue, on the other side, they saw unders in 6 out of their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward Purdue, -3, under 133.5. Next contest, Illinois, Minnesota, 6 o'clock East. Illinois is -9, totals 137. And even though I do hate this number in a conference game on the road, the Illini should be able to get the job done. They're scoring 77 points a night, and they're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the Big Ten. Coleman Hawkins grabs nearly 7 boards a night, and he's also scoring double-digit points a game. Now, Terry Shannon Jr., he averages a team-high 18 points a game as well. When it comes to defensive play, the Illini is one of the toughest teams to drive against. They're actually limiting their competition to only 39% shooting from the field. Now, they're facing a Minnesota squad who lost 7 out of their last 10, and they also score a piddly 64 points a game. When it comes to shooting from the stripe, there's not many worse than these guys. The Gophers are making just 59% of their free throws. Now, total-wise, Minnesota saw 6 out of their last 9 stay under the line. Meanwhile, Illinois went 60% to the under in their last 10. I'm going to lean toward the Illini -9, under 137. And with that, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown. It is going to be Syracuse at Miami, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. The Miami Hurricanes are minus 6.5, totals 150. Now, the Canes are led by Isaiah Wong, who scores over 17 points a night. Meanwhile, Jordan Miller and Norchad Omier, they're averaging well over 13 points a game themselves, respectively. As a team, the Canes got the W in 8 out of their last 10. They're also a top 25 shooting team from the field. Now, they're facing a Syracuse team who gives up 70 points a game themselves, and they've had a tough time grabbing defensive boards this year. Now, more recently, Syracuse failed to cover against the likes of Notre Dame, Louisville, and Pitt. When it comes to the total, Syracuse saw their last 6 straight get over the number, 90% of the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, Miami saw overs against the likes of NC State, Boston College, and Cornell. I'm going to lean toward the Miami Hurricanes minus 6.5, over 150. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Towson minus 1.5, under 134 and a hook. Georgetown plus 14, over 142. Cornell minus 12, over 146. And if you want to see all of my personal plays, all of my personal action, you're going to want to sign up for my board member package on my website. It gives you full access to every single personal play, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. Give me Harvard minus 10, under 132. St. Joe's plus 2, over 144. Sacred Heart minus 3, over 151. Purdue minus 3, under 133.5. Charlotte minus 6.5, under 122. George Mason minus 7, over 145.5. Alabama A&M minus 4, over 141. Mississippi Valley State plus 1.5, under 126 and a hook. UMBC minus 17, under 144. College of Charleston minus 16.5, over 144. Yale minus 8, over 133. Illinois minus 9, under 137. Delaware minus 2.5, under 137 and a hook. UC Davis minus 3.5, under 138. Fairleigh Dickinson minus 1.5, over 148. IPFW minus 5, over 137. NCAT minus 5, over 147. UNC Wilmington minus 15, under 136. Florida Atlantic minus 4, over 141. Miami Hurricanes minus 6.5, over 150. St. Francis Brooklyn minus 3.5, over 143 and a hook. Princeton minus 1, over 145. North Texas minus 8, under 124.5. Lehigh minus 1, under 136. Arkansas Pine Bluff plus 2, over 144. Wagner minus 2.5, under 117. Rice minus 5, over 150.5. UC Riverside minus 7, under 129. Texas Southern minus 3, over 137.5. UAB minus 1, over 148. UC Santa Barbara plus 3, under 136. Montana State minus 8, over 139.5. Eastern Washington minus 3.5, over 145. I don't know what that is. I can't read my handwriting. Hawaii minus 15, under 125. And with my next and final free pick, I'm going to lean toward Cal State Fullerton minus 8, under 118.